Hello everyone, today we are going to learn how to construct a very simple circuit using a PIC18 microcontroller with the Proteus software. First and foremost, you want to create a folder to save your work later on. So I'm going to open a folder called I love microP. Okay, and now you'd want to launch your Proteus 8 software. Okay, I'm using a Proteus 8 professional version, and you can open a new project from here. You can click this blank page over here, and now you'll have to do some setup. So you can save it as new project, or I'm just going to maintain the same name, I love microP. You can use any other name as well, not much of an issue. For path, choose back the folder that you opened before starting. So there you go, mine is I love microP, and click next. And you want to create a schematic, so leave your design template as default. You would want to create a PCB layout as well, leave your layout template as default, leave all of these however they are. These are all default settings. And create a firmware project. We'll be using a PIC18, and it will be an F458 version, so search for PIC18 F458. Alright, there you go, and leave your compiler as a MPLAB because that's where we be getting our hex file from, and you're done. So click finish, and there'll be 3 pop-ups now. You can close your source code and PCB layout tab because you'll be needing them. You'll just need your schematic capture because this is where you'll be running your simulation and everything, your designing and stuff. So let's get started. First and foremost, you want to add the most basic switches. So right click at your devices tab here and pick from libraries. So your switches go under button. Okay, choose the SPST push button, click OK, and place them near to your input pin. So we're using port B as our input, and now right click on your workspace, click place, click terminal, and there you go, you can add your ground as well. So one ground here, and you can add another ground to your output as well. You will be needing one later. And now you can connect your pins, your input pins, to your switches, and your switches to the ground. Okay, this will make things a lot neater and easier later. So to fire up your pins and your switches, you need a voltage source and a resistor as well. So you'd want to go back to your component mode under devices, pick and find for resistor, RES, choose the generic resistor symbol. To toggle the direction, use your plus minus key. Okay, and another resistor here. And to add the voltage source is the same concept as your ground. Right click on your workspace, click place, click terminal, and there you go, you have your power source here. Alright, so now connect them, make sure they are correctly connected to each line. And now you want to remove your this configuration here from your master clipping. We'll be using a reset button here. So to use the button again, right click at the devices, pick from libraries and button. So there you go, choose back the SPST push button, and to toggle the button, use your plus minus key again. And you'd want to connect a ground as well, so right click here on your workspace, click place, click terminal and ground, and there you go, you have a ground. And you'd want a voltage source and a resistor as well. So go back to your devices tab, search for a resistor. Okay, your generic resistor symbol, and toggle the direction. And for voltage source, right click on your workspace, click place, click terminal, and there you go, you have your power source. And make sure you connect all of them. Okay, once they're all connected, connect the pin. Make sure your switch comes below the pin connection. Okay, now we'll move on to the output. I'll be using a 7 segment and LED. So same concept, devices, and then right click, pick from libraries, and just search for 7 segment. Okay, so search for your BCD 7 segment. I'll be using the green. You can even choose the blue, not much of an issue. It's just the same thing, just that the green, it'll be a clearer visibility later. So put your connect your least significant bit leg to your first most output pin, and so forth it goes. Right, once you're done, now I want to correct my LEDs here as well. So right click, pick from libraries, LED. We'll be using the animated LEDs. Okay, there you go, I'll be going with green again. So toggle the direction, and one LED here, the other one here, and you need resistors as well. So resistor, okay, connect these resistors here, and one resistor here and the other one here, and now connect all of them. Okay, due to my configuration in my MPLAB, I'll be connecting my second LED, which should be my machine status, to the third pin of my port D. So now that you're done, you'd want to set up the value for your resistors. So make sure for the interrupt and switch one, it's about 300 ohms, otherwise you wouldn't fire up the pins. And for your reset, actually it's okay to use 1K, right? Not much of an issue. And make sure the output for your LEDs is 300 as well, otherwise your LEDs will not on later. And use plus 5 volt for all your input power source. Alright, now that we are done here already, we can actually upload our hex file into our PIC18 microcontroller. How you do it is double click on your microcontroller and see under program file, click on this icon, search for your hex file under MPLAB. This is where I saved mine, tutorial, and there you go, tutorial.hex. Okay, double click on this. Make sure you set your processor clock frequency based on your delay calculation. Mine is a 3-second delay. I'll be using 20 megahertz clock frequency with a 256 prescaler. Now you can click this play button to run the simulation, and there you go, your circuit is fired up. And now that the circuit is fired up, you can run your test. If I click my reset button, you look, everything goes off. And if I click my switch on, the LED turns on for 3 seconds and then it goes back to machine status, ready to use. Alright, so if let's say I click this, I can actually interrupt. There you go. So this is a very basic tutorial on how to construct a very simple circuit design using PIC18 microcontroller in your Proteus 8 software. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it.